Hello guys and welcome back again to another episode of Passion Motors. And as you already saw on the title, today we have this beautiful brand new 2022 model Volkswagen Atlas. So stay here and let's discover this beautiful SUV with me. Okay guys, so here we have it. Look at this beautiful and brand new SUV. And first of all, we're gonna start with the exterior of this beautiful Atlas. In order to do that, as you can see, we have this beautiful front grille of Volkswagen with the characteristical R logo right there. Look at this beautiful headlights that we have right here. I love the design, and look at that massive front grille. It gives a nice look. Actually, you have to keep that in mind that this part that we have here is aesthetical, and here is the real thing that is actually getting the air to cool the radiator that is inside there. Also, right there in front of the logo, we have the front camera that give us a really nice feature in order to park this car. If we continue into the bonnet, you can see right here in this hood we have these beautiful lines that are covering the entire front of the hood. And if we keep continuing, you can see these beautiful rims that we have right here installed by Volkswagen. I apologize, they're a little bit dirty, but you have to keep that in mind that I'm located here in Montreal and we are currently in winter. So we have these beautiful tires right here installed in this amazing SUV. And if we continue, as I was saying, you can see this line that goes from the entire front bumper and continues and keeps going into the back of the SUV by itself. When we keep going, we can see the R logo right there in the door, and at the same time we have our turn on lights right there, and here we have, as you can see clearly, the camera, so we can activate the 360 view with this SUV. And also we have this amazing panoramic sunroof that is going into the entire sunroof of this SUV. Also we have the antenna right there, and at the same time, as I was saying, the line, it continues and it blends with the lights. Look at that, come on. It gives an aggressive look and especially a nice touch from Volkswagen. We have the exhaust right there in the back, as you can see clearly right there. And if we continue, we have the 4Motion logo badge, the Atlas, and the V6 engine that we have right here. But as you can see clearly, I love the design of this SUV in particular, especially with these lines that we can see here because of the color that we put on this model in particular. That is a beautiful silver gray metallic color, and it's entirely blending with the entire SUV. And as you can see on top, we have these amazing bars in order to attach whatever thing that you want to put on top. You can use it this, and look at that, it has a beautiful shape and it looks so elegant. And that's basically the 2022 model of the Volkswagen Atlas. And without further ado, I'm going to show you the inside right now, and let's go and see it in deeply detail. Okay, and as you already saw in those beautiful shots, let's go inside and let's see this beautiful interior of the Atlas. In order to do that, I have the keys in my pocket, so I put my hand in the handle door and immediately it's open. Look at that. We have this beautiful combination of colors, especially this aluminum that goes all the way into the panel doors, and we have even Fender surround system this time with this particular model. Also right here we have this amazing and beautiful brown leather cover with this white stitching that it gives a nice look, and also it gives a very specifically shape to the design of this SUV. Also right here, if you can see clearly, we have the button in order to open the trunk and this little compartment area in order to save something that you want to do, that you have in your hands in that moment, sorry. Also right here, look at that. We have this beautiful interior. Look at the seats, covered entirely with brown leather, and the white stitching covered the exterior. I love the combination of colors that we put on this SUV, because as you can see clearly, we have the black in the exterior and the brown in the interior. And also we have perforated leather seats in order to activate if you want hot or cold air during the summer or the winter. So now I'm gonna go inside and I'm gonna show you everything in deeply detail. First of all, I'm gonna get in, I'm gonna close the door, and as you can see immediately, the car is already alive. And in order to give more power, we can press this button right here that says start engine. We press it once, and immediately everything goes alive. We're gonna close the windows right here, and here we have all the buttons in order to do that. Also right here we have the unlock and lock buttons. Here you can find the lights in order to turn it on, turn it off, or use your high beams lights. And we have this beautiful entirely covered with leather steering wheel that Volkswagen is using in this generation in particular. We don't have a paddle shifter in here because you have to keep that in mind that this is not a sport SUV. This is more a comfort family SUV, but in a very luxurious way. You can see the screen right there. It's nice. And we have this big screen in the main central console. And I'm going to show it to you right now. In order to play with this, everything is touch control in this new generation. So, for example, if I go right here into phone, immediately phone, or if I go here to navigation, immediately it starts to where do we want to go, if I want to search something, or if I have my save address already there. And if I press here app, it's gonna show, for example, if I want to upload some app, you have Android, Apple CarPlay, and mirror link there. Also, if I go here to car, we're gonna see the entire display that it says everything about the vehicle status. As you can see, we have this selection that we can have digital cockpit, driving data, vehicle status, or if I press off-road, as you can see, this is gonna show us all the important stuff that we want to do, the G-forces and everything that we have here that you can play with this, and you can adjust it if you want to see other stuff there. See, it's very playful, and I really love the design that Volkswagen is using in this new generation of SUV. Also right here we have our climate control area separately, obviously. You have it right here. And also we have two Type-C connections, USB right there. And look at that. This is our paddle shifter. We have all the position, park, reverse, neutral, drive. And here is the button that I was mentioning at the beginning. With this, we can power on the vehicle and our electronic hand park brake, our camera sensors that if I press it, it's gonna activate the 360 cameras, as I was telling you from the beginning. If I press it up again, it's gonna turn it off. Also, we have our cup holders on that it looks so spacious. We can put a big cups here and it's not gonna be a problem. Also, look at the dashboard, guys. We have the entire dashboard covered in black leather, and here in the main central console we have this beautiful aluminum trim that goes all the way into the panel doors right there. And we have this kind of like it's like carbon fiber, but of course it's not carbon fiber, but it gives a nice look with this contrast of color that we have here. Also, if I open it up right there, we have this big glove box in order to store something that we want there. It's a nice touch that we have that. And on the top of the SUV, we have access to open up this sunroof that if I press it right here, immediately you can see that it starts to open everything. That's really cool, right, guys? I really love that. And now we're gonna have more light inside here for do the video. As you can see, we have this steering wheel with all the buttons, all the configurations right there in order to never take out the steering wheel. We have all the commands there that we can play, and our main digital display. So basically, my dear friends, that's the interior of the 2022 Volkswagen Atlas. And now stay here because we're gonna see the powerful engine that this SUV has and the trunk area. And in order to get access to the trunk, we have to pull up the palanque that is right there. I'm gonna show it to you right now. It's right there, so we have to pull it up and it's gonna let us access to the engine bay. And now let's go ahead and let's see the engine. Okay, my dear friends, so here we have it. Look at this powerful V6 engine that Volkswagen has developed especially for this model in particular. I'm gonna give you all the detail into the description box below about the specification and the powertrain that we have right here installed. But basically, look at that beautiful engine that we have right here. I love how Volkswagen put a lot of effort to create, and as you can see, it's very down into the ground of the SUV, and it gives a nice balance and a nice shape with the stabilization bars that they have installed right here. And that's the engine of this amazing SUV. And without further ado, let's go into the back and let's see the trunk area. Okay, so now let's go and let's see the trunk. And in order to do that, here I have the keys, and as you can see clearly right there, if I press this button, immediately it's gonna open up the button. Oh, the select. Sorry, I have to keep it pressed, and voila! Look at that. And now we have access to this massive compartment area. It is so humongous. We can use this vehicle in particular to storage a lot of stuff. That's what I'm talking about. You have to keep that in mind, that this SUV is designed for a family of 4 or 5 people even. And you have the option to fold down those seats and get access to more space. So that's the trunk area of this SUV. And now it is time to hear this engine roar. So in order to close it up the door, we have this button that is right here, that if I press it, as you can see clearly immediately, it's gonna start to close it. And that's it, my friends. And there you have it, guys. We reviewed this beautiful SUV. And don't forget to subscribe, give a like to this video, share with your family and friends, and remember that you are here in Passion Motors. And if you like this type of video, please let me know down there in the comments below what else you guys can have an idea of we can show, because we have a lot of cars right here in this showroom. So again, my name is Alejandro and you're here in Passion Motors. And you know the phrase, let's hit it, baby!